Can you tell where the ball is in this picture? Well, we can. Hi, I'm Brett Gaskill, and I'm the Chief Design Officer of Inbounds. And you may be wondering how we were able to determine where the ball was in that pile of players. Well, what Inbounds does is we have created a network of patented sense tiles that go underneath the synthetic turf of a football field, as you can see in this picture. These sensor tiles will correspond with the sensors located within the ball to be able to accurately determine where the ball is on the field at all times. In addition, these sensor tiles will be pressure sensitive, which allows for us to see where a player has stepped, whether it's inbounds or out of bounds, and whether their knee or elbow was down on the play to show the stoppage of play.
So Brad mentioned tiles, but what exactly are these tiles? Well, sense tiles are composed of an aluminum base, a rubber top, and electronics embedded inside the case. Each tile weighs up to 300 pounds, and there's two types of tiles. The first tile is the standard tile, and these tiles make up the majority of the football field and accomplish basic things such as detecting weight when an item is over it, as well as communicating with the football, which has sensors inside of it. Another type of tile is called the power tile. And these tiles, like their name suggests, power other standard tiles and are located in the corners of the football field. Now, you're probably wondering how these tiles and football work together to revolutionize sports. Well, a system of tiles allows the service to detect where the football is, as well as detect where the player position is by the weight sensors. All this data is then transferred to a central computer, which computes an appropriate decision and delivers a display in the instant replay booth for the referees to review.
So the technology we are planning to use to show where the ball is called sensor tape. And this technology has been developed at MIT by a student named Artem Demetev, who we have been in contact with, and he thinks that using his sensor tape technology in sports is a great idea. This tape would weigh about the same as regular Scotch tape, and it would be located inside of the ball, and these sensors on the tape would send signals down to the tiles up underneath the field, and this is how we'd be able to accurately locate where the ball is. The cost of this tape is about $100 per meter, which we think would equate to about $100 per football. In order to market this to the NFL, it would need to change the rule book due to the fact that the tape weighs very little, but it does change the weight of the ball slightly. But we do not think that this will be a problem due to the fact that before the 2015-2016 season, the NFL changed 5 rules in the rule book, so we don't think this should be a big problem.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Angel. I am the Chief Financial Officer of Inbounds. There are 1,620 tiles per field, and each tile costs $121. Per field to manufacture, it costs $196,000. Our selling price per field is $330,000, and we are outsourcing the materials and shipping them to our factory to be put together. The net profit for our first year is $13,000. For the third year, it's $334,000, and for our fifth year, it is $640,000.
Hello, my name is Ashley Tyler, and I'm the Chief Operations Officer of Inbounds. Our primary competition deals with high-end camera systems like Hawkeye Innovations. Hawkeye Innovations is a $283,000 camera system that deals with high-precision cameras that track the ball across the field. However, cameras are only as good as what they can see. Cameras also keep due to this, cameras keep human error in the game. What we are trying to do is trying to eliminate that human error in the game. This said, Inbounds has the first mover advantage in this industry due to the fact that we are the only company as of now that uses this type of sensor technology in our field to track the balls.
Hi, I'm Faith Glover, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Inbounds. And initially, we will be targeting Pennsylvania State University to prove our concept at their facilities. We will be implementing our technology and finding out the details of how this will work there. And in return, we will decrease the price to just the manufacturing price. The three reasons that we chose Pennsylvania State University is one, because it does not hold on to its traditions as closely as a school such as an SEC school would. Second of all, it has a very large budget for athletics. And third, it is where our future headquarters will be located in Pennsylvania.
Hello, my name is Madison Hartsock. I am the Chief Marketing Officer of Inbounds. Using this proof of concept, we will then market to our primary customer, the National Football League. We chose the NFL because football has been America's favorite sport for the past 32 years. In the 2015 season, the 32 teams in the league took in $12 billion. The Super Bowl 50 this past February was America's third most watched television program of all time. We feel that there is a need for technological innovations. The referee position has been in place since the 1930s. Instant replay was introduced in 1986. We feel it is time for a change. Also, we are partnering with Wilson to incorporate our sensor tape in their production process.
Okay, so for the future of this product, we hope to incorporate this into virtual reality, so we could put cameras on the players or increase the capabilities of the sensors. By doing this gives a big market, such as entertainment, so you could actually be in the football game and experiencing it. Additionally, players could actually track and play their movements and figure out how to better their skills. Additionally, we would incorporate this into other sports.
Thank you, Inbounds. Your time has expired. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the question and answer session.
All right, so, let's see. You guys hear me? Yeah, all right, there we go. So if your target's Penn State, why would they pay $330,000 to install your tiles?
They would not. They would just pay the basic price for that. So they would be paying the $197,000, just the cost of manufacturing.
Okay, even at $200,000, what's the benefit to the school to install a $200,000 field?
Well, they would be the first people to be able to have this product.
So you're going to start the program at Penn State, which is a major NCAA university, but you're not marketing it to hundreds of college programs. Why?
Well, we are beginning with the NFL because we believe not only is the NFL have more money for this in the beginning, and we think that there's so many college football teams that it would be better to start with the 32 teams in the NFL.
And help me understand why Penn State would be more of a marketing opportunity for you than, say, an LSU or an Alabama or somebody that has a lot more TV time.
So, as we stated, a lot of those schools like their traditions. They hold tight to those traditions. So we believe that Penn State would be more apt to innovate.
How large is your market? Was it 32 NFL teams? How often at $330,000, and then how often would these need to be replaced? Or what is the market for the NFL? I mean, what is your market for college teams?
So we could actually replace each tile as necessary. You wouldn't have to replace the whole field. So that would be a benefit of this. They're hexagon shaped, so you could just pop one out at a time. But additionally, for markets for college, that would be after we get our basis in the NFL, then we could definitely spread into college and into other sports.
I'd like to hear a little bit more about how you arrived at your profitability model. It seemed like it was going up pretty rapidly, which is highly unusual when you have a startup company. So talk to me about how you built that model and what's underlying it.
Okay, so essentially the first year is just research and development, so that we are basically making zero money then, except for selling it to Penn State at the minimum cost. The second, third, and fourth years, we will be putting the fields into the NFL. And then the fifth year, we will be selling the same as the fourth year in terms of tiles, but we expect to go into other markets such as college football.
seems like a beneficiary of this would be ESPN or the TV stations that would need this data to show graphics and all that kind of stuff. How does that play into your guys' plan?
So I mentioned the main computer that all the the tile data would be fed into. The plan was to allow ESPN and other broadcasting networks to tap into that data so they can use it for their graphics and replays.
And you'd be selling that data, right?
Yeah, it would be on an API-based solution.
What safety considerations have you thought of?
Well, we don't think that this would change the surface of synthetic turf due to the fact that the surface of the tiles will be rubber. Is that what you're asking about for like?
I'm just asking, what if any safety considerations did you take into consideration as you developed the product?
Well, currently under synthetic turf, there is just a drainage system and then there is concrete below that. So essentially this would be putting rubber in the tile underneath that, so it would not be creating any more of a harder or more dangerous playing surface than is already in place.
So what you're saying, this would only work with synthetic turf and not natural turf. So part of your sell point would be all the NFL teams would have to go to synthetic turf.
Well, half the teams right now currently have synthetic turf, so the other ones would have to switch to synthetic turf in order to implement this system.
Have you done research on frequency of, we watch TV once in a while, there's a crowd, it's hard to tell, but how often does that occur? Have you done any historical research on, if you had this product, how often it would need to be used during the season?
Well, it is very hard to find data on that. We have done some research, but from personal experience and from people I've talked to, we usually determine that about 5 to 10 times a game they go into instant replay and have to make tough decisions the referees do on the field. So we think it would work about 5 to 10 times a game.
Isn't that kind of part of the fun of watching it and arguing with the ref and all that kind of stuff, taking that out and turning it into a robot?
We have read some things about that, but we think that once the fans of football see our technology and see how well it works and how successful it is in making accurate calls, we believe that they'll be willing to adapt. And in addition, we are not taking referees out of the game. Referees will still be in the game. Instant replay will still be in the game. We're just trying to enhance the calls when, as you saw the picture of the game, when it is just nearly impossible to see where the ball is or whether they stepped out of bounds. And we think that people will like the change and the accuracy of it.
And are the tiles something that's already built? I know you mentioned the sensor tape is in development. Are the tiles something that's what the R&D has to go for?
Currently, we haven't seen anything similar as size, because I think I forgot to mention, but the tiles are actually 2 yards by 2 yards. I haven't seen anything of that scale, so we would have to use R&D to make those tiles.
Okay, and in terms of changing the surface, as you asked earlier, actually changing the surface of all these to be synthetic turf and making them all the same surface would actually additionally be making it more fair, because you wouldn't have different surfaces that you're playing on. Thank you.